Abigail, so I'm back with another tomato planting video. If you did not see part 1, I'll leave it linked down below. But pretty much we have challenged ourselves to grow tomatoes all year round in a zone that does get frost. So pretty much they cannot be grown outside uncovered here all year round. So the challenge came about when Gary and Kelly from Gary's Grow Your Own Food sent us micro dwarf and dwarf tomato seeds. And so these micro dwarves can be grown in 1-gallon pots and still produce a good amount of fruit, from my understanding. I've never actually grown them. So part 1 was all about germination, and today we're going to check on them and maybe move them to a seed starting tray, since we started them with the paper towel and bag method, and you can learn about all of that in part 1. So like I said, if you didn't see it, I'll leave it linked down below. But let me go ahead and show you our bags. All right, so it has been 7 days. And I have 5 bags, but I already opened the one. Now I have had to actually open these up and wet them a couple of times to make sure they were staying damp, because I put this tray here on a heat mat. And the reason being is it has been pretty cold here in Texas and not really warm enough in the house for them to germinate. So I put them on a heat mat. And when I had them on a heat mat, it was creating condensation and drying out the paper towel. So I had to come in here a couple times and re-moisten the paper towel. So not a big deal. And then here I have, this is our 36 cell seed starting tray. I have quite a few seed starting trays. This is one of my favorites. I'll leave my favorite seed starting equipment down in the description. But this is just one of them. So Joshua got some soil for me. And now pretty much what we're going to check is for germination on the seeds. So it's been a little over a week. So if some of them haven't germinated, I may leave them in here. So for these 2 seeds, there's 2 seeds in this one. As you can see, they both have little root tips coming out. So the root always comes out on the seed first. And since both of these seeds have sprouted, I think it's time to go ahead and get them out. But what's important, and the hard part about germinating seeds on a paper towel, is sometimes the roots bury themselves into the paper towel and they do not want to come off. And ripping or tearing off this root could kill your plant. So we just want to be very, very careful. Pull this up that we don't see. You want to get that entire root tip right there. That's what's important when you do this way. Okay, and then the root tip is going to go down in our seed tray. You know, try your best to get it down. It's not like must be down. It's going to grow back down, but it'll be easier on the plant if you can get it down in there. This is going to take a little bit of finagling with, because these are very small seeds. Tomato seeds are extremely small. Okay, and then I'm just going to cover those up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some tags too, because I don't want to forget what these are. And this is the Little Red Riding Hood one. So first I got plant tags out for these, because I did not want them to get mixed up. I do not want these varieties getting mixed up. I want to know what variety is what with these. So then I pulled out the dwarf ones, not the micro dwarfs. But both of the seeds looked like they were starting to sprout, but they weren't quite far along enough for me to be confident in putting them in the seed starting tray. So I decided to just wait. These ones that I pulled out, I think these were Fat Frog. These had actual plants coming out of them, some of them. Some had just roots. I planted those too. And then, like I said, the ones that haven't sprouted yet or haven't really quite sprouted, I just didn't put in. I'll leave a link to the plant tags too. I know that I said I would leave links for all the seed starting stuff. This tray specifically is a 36 cell pop-up tray. So this bottoms are made of a silicone. So you can actually push up your seedlings when you're ready to get them out. And I actually really, really like it. And then I have an actual starting seed kit that comes with a heat mat, grow light, humidity dome. I show the grow light later in this video. And I love that, especially if you're new to seed starting, because it comes with everything you need. All right, so now I just watered everything in, and I like to use these. I like to save little syringes like this, and I like to use these to water the plants, because spray bottles don't seem to get deep enough, and if you use a watering can, you'll like knock over your little seedlings and stuff. So like this way, I already did them all, but I'll do an empty cell so I can show you what I mean. This way you can just gently like drop water around the plant, and it'll still get nice and deep without hurting your little seedling. So I am going to put this back on a heat mat, and then I'm going to take those seeds that haven't, some of them sprouted, but not quite as far along as I would like to put them in seed trays. So I'm going to give them a few more days, and then I'll probably stick them in trays, in this tray with the rest of them. And obviously, of course, we have some that probably won't sprout at all. That's with all seeds. You'll have some that don't sprout. And I'm going to put this back on a heat mat. And because some of these are starting to actually sprout now, I may go ahead and just put a grow light over these to encourage that foliage to start coming up and such. So let me show you guys my setup when I'm done here. All right, so here's my setup now. I put the rest of these bags, gave the ones more water that they needed, filled them back up with air, put them back on this heat mat. And then this here is a humidity dome / grow lights. It works as both. It's part of a kit that I have. And I'm just using this temporarily because our other grow lights that work with like any seed tray, because they're on their own stand, are in the room where the baby is currently taking her nap. So I can't get them out, but I will get them out as soon as she gets up. And then, because this isn't for this tray, it doesn't like clip on or anything. So I need to get the ones out that have their own stand so that I'm not fussing with this. And plus it only is covering like part of the tray, which is fine for now. But when I move the rest of the seeds over, like when I have this whole thing full, or hopefully have this whole thing full, it's not going to cover everything. So this will work for just till an hour or two till she gets up. So pretty much I have the heat mat on. I've got lights on it now. And I'll keep watching these, and I'll move them over as I see more seeds definitely like sprouting, and I'm sure that they're going to completely germinate. But I'll keep you all posted. So make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this, or if you have any tips for me. And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for part 3.